Hello, everybody. Stephanie with C-Day Travel here. Thanks for clicking on this video. I wanted to go ahead and get this out. We have some information that we just got today from Celebrity about their itineraries for the Caribbean. This is going to be for the rest of 2027, including the summer and fall transatlantics, and then into the spring of 2028. So I know a lot of people were waiting for these to be released. That is always the best pricing, the best time to book. And they are going to have some very strong Black Friday sales really for the month of November. They are starting those sales on November 7th, and they are going throughout the month. So in this video, I have a sneak peek of the itineraries that are going to be releasing. There are no pricing yet. The itineraries are going to be open for sale on November 11th. So if that interests you and you want to go ahead and see what's going to be open so that when they're released, you are ready to book, keep watching this video. I am happy to help. Now, if you are interested in booking any one of these itineraries or any other celebrity booking, please reach out. I am a celebrity cruise expert. I will be sailing on Celebrity Excel in the retreat on the 5-night sailing. So I'm very excited about that. And let's get into the itineraries and see what's available. So the first thing you'll notice is the fall transatlantics now have been will be released now, right? So and I'm just going through this for the first time with you guys. So bear with me, and you may see my little Frenchies running around here going crazy at some point. So we have the Celebrity Ascent, the newest ship before Excel. So she is sailing from Rome to Fort Lauderdale transatlantic, October 29th, 2027. And then once she gets back, the Ascent has some ultimate Southern Caribbean itineraries, which are very popular. 10 and 11 nights. It also includes the Panama Canal sailings, partial Panama Canal, because they are round trip Fort Lauderdale. But there are some really nice itineraries. There is, let's see, all throughout the spring of 2028 is where you're going to find those Southern Caribbeans, the ultimate Southern Caribbean, and those Panama Canal cruises. And the suites do book up on those cruises. So if you are interested, reach out as soon as these open. I am more than happy to help. I will also say, not always for the suites, but sometimes, the best time to guarantee my best rates for you for my groups are when these sailings open. We get better than direct rates all the time from Celebrity and Royal Caribbean if you have families or like Royal Caribbean as well, because I do. But those group rates with Celebrity come with the perks. You cannot get the group rates without the perks. So my rate, most of the time, my rate is very close to the no perk rate, but you get the perks. To give you an idea, let's move on to Celebrity Apex, who's going to be in Southampton. She's doing a transatlantic October 17th, 2027, from Southampton to Port Canaveral. We love having a Edge class ship in Port Canaveral. It is my home port. I am 2 hours from Port Canaveral. So that is my preference. I absolutely love Apex, and I absolutely love Port Canaveral. If you've never sailed from there, it is super easy. So much easier than Fort Lauderdale. Many times when people do sail out of Port Canaveral for the first time, they don't ever want to go out of any other port. So keep that in mind for Celebrity Apex, and it's pricing very well for 2026 as well. I actually, on the April 18th sailing, I actually have I do have better than direct rates with the group perks for one of the 7-night sailings. I believe it's April 18th, 2026. So if that interests you, reach out. The pricing looks pretty good on that. So continuing on, the Apex from Port Canaveral, she's going to get you down to Key West. But what I like here at December 18th, 2027, she's actually going to be doing a 10-night itinerary, and she's going to be going down to St. Lucia. I mean, so from Port Canaveral, which is near Orlando, for those that don't know, you can get to St. Lucia. So Port Canaveral is a big drive-up port. A lot of people from the Southeast, you can get there within a handful of hours. But the Orlando airport is about 50 minutes from the cruise port. And that is a fantastic itinerary. It's over Christmas, so you do have to be able to be available over Christmas. But that one in particular stands out. Another one that kind of stands out is the Apex. The Edge class ships in particular don't normally do many short itineraries. And at the very bottom of the screen, you'll see a Bahamas getaway from Port Canaveral, and it goes to Bimini and Grand Bahama Island, which is Freeport, if you know that name. January 4th, 2028. Just a unique, shorter sailing to hop on and maybe try out. If you're newer to cruise, that might be one that you want to look at. And then the Celebrity Beyond. I love the Celebrity Beyond. She, stays in the US year round for the Caribbean. So there are no transatlantics here for Celebrity Beyond, but you will notice she Beyond will have an ABC cruise that's only 8 nights, which normally your Southern Caribbean is going to be 10 nights. So if you don't have as much time available, but you really want to get to Curacao, Aruba, and Bonaire for 8 nights, that's fabulous. That is from Miami. The Beyond is sailing from Miami in 27 and early 28. The pricing should be very good on Beyond. So again, that's sailing round trip from Miami. Some stops at Royal Caribbean's Private Island, Perfect Day at Coco Cay. So just to give you some insight, Celebrity and Royal Caribbean are my top sellers. And Perfect Day at Coco Cay is a really fun private island and relaxing as well. So again, you can see the alternate, they have a couple of ABC cruises that are alternating. They have this 8-night that's a little more unique that has Antigua, which is nice. You don't always see that on the January 15th sailing. And then again, these are actually, and see, I just missed this. Let's see, October 31st, 2027. She's actually going to be in Fort Lauderdale. So they're going to take her from Miami. Oh boy. That's my dog. Sorry about that. Seriously? She's bad. Here, you want to see her? Real quick. Come here. Oh, she ran away. Okay. But she's actually leaving Miami in October and transitioning to Fort Lauderdale. And then we'll be sailing from Fort Lauderdale. Excuse me. Round trip. And again, there's another New Year's Eve, December 27th, 2027 on the Beyond out of Fort Lauderdale. She's going to be doing a 9-night, and that will get you to St. Martin, St. Lucia, Antigua, St. John, St. Kitts. That is a fabulous itinerary. If you are looking for a New Year's Eve cruise, book November 11th. Book that day. and reach out to me and I can get you booked and you don't even have to deal with it. And I probably have some onboard credit to offer you. So that New Year's Eve sailing, it's December 27th on the Beyond from Fort Lauderdale. Again, you don't see St. Lucia that much. So when you see it and you're looking for something a little different, that one definitely piques my interest for sure. And then some really great Aruba, Curacao, ABC Island cruises starting back up, through early 2028. And then I believe, oh no, we have the Constellation. So the Constellation is going to be in Tampa. So it looks like on October 29th, 2027, she is going from Rome to Tampa. So if you are looking for a transatlantic, that could be a good one. 16 nights, Spain, Morocco, Gibraltar, and then lots of sea days. So you do stop a couple of times, which is nice in the beginning. And then the Constellation from Tampa is actually going to be hitting up the Keys. Looks like Grand Cayman, the Bahamas, 7 nights from Tampa you're looking at. Nice. And then here we have the Eclipse, and the Eclipse has a transatlantic November 8th, 2027. And this is going to be from Barcelona to Fort Lauderdale. This one is going to be stopping, and overnighting in Bermuda. So if you have an interest to get to Bermuda, that is a way to do it. November 8th, 2027, 15 nights. And then the Eclipse is going to be doing some longer sailings from Fort Lauderdale. So you're looking at different Southern Caribbean itineraries. Wow. 13 nights for those of you that like a longer cruise on just a chill, relaxing ship where you don't need the bells and whistles. The Eclipse, this is some really nice itineraries. That 13 night is a Christmas cruise. And actually a New Year's Eve cruise. So that's a double. You stay on board for both. That's kind of neat. So anyway, Fort Lauderdale, Southern Caribbean, Ultimate Caribbean. And then of course you have the Reflection, which does the shorter sailings for Celebrity. They do mix in some longer itineraries. And you guys, Reflection, it's a little bit of an older ship, sure, but it's Solstice class. And it's actually a pretty fun, nice little ship. So don't be afraid of the Reflection if you're newer to Celebrity. It's not going to be the Edge class feeling on board, but it is still a nice Celebrity vibe on board. And what's nice about the Reflection is you can hop on. I don't ever recommend 3 nights unless that's all you can do. 4 nights minimum so that you get the sea day and you can really enjoy it. But Reflection is going to the Keys, the Bahamas. But if you look starting August 20th into about September, October, she's doing some longer sailings. And I actually had some clients this year. She did a similar itinerary around the end of August, September, and October. And for the 8 and 9 night cruises in particular, they were able to get really great rates. There's a dog. We were able to get them really great rates on a long cruise. So if you're somebody that likes a longer cruise but budgeted, those could work out really well for you. So anyway, let's get this wrapped up with my dog barking. 3 and 4 nights on the Reflection. The Silhouette is going to be going from Boston to Fort Lauderdale, repositioning cruise. October 16th, 2027, 10 nights, getting down into the Southern Caribbean. And then Silhouette's going to be cruising from Fort Lauderdale round trip. And you can see here a really good mix of itineraries for Silhouette and getting down into Aruba, a nice 11-night New Year's Eve cruise right here. Very nice. The summit is going to be in Vancouver for Alaska. So September 12th, 2027 is going to be repositioning from Vancouver to Los Angeles for a 6-night cruise. And then it also is going to be repositioning, going through the Panama Canal full transit from Los Angeles to Boston. So if you're up in the Northeast, you may want to check out the summit because these are some good itineraries. You could also go from Boston to Fort Lauderdale. That is also another repositioning. So Boston, the Panama Canal cruise is 18 nights, Los Angeles to Boston. That sounds like a neat time too when it stops in Costa Rica, the Panama Canal, Turks and Caicos. And then you have some Southern Caribbean itineraries. St. Lucia comes up again, which is nice. Bahamas, Grand Turk. And again, she starts sailing from Fort Lauderdale. We are almost done. I promise. This is Celebrity XL, you guys. This is the newest ship. This is the ship that I will be on in the retreat in just 2 weeks about. And I am super excited. I've got clients on board that I'm meeting up with. And the XL is going to be doing a transatlantic October 29th, 2027. If you want to spend even more time, 16 nights on a brand new ship, this is a great way to do it from Spain, Barcelona to Fort Lauderdale, overnighting. Well, it looks like one night in Bermuda. It may be an overnight. They might just not have it on here. But Barcelona to Fort Lauderdale, 16 nights on the brand new ship. That would be amazing. I would do it in a heartbeat, but I've got kids, family, and a dog that I can't do right now, but one day I will. So the Excel is the newest ship. It is debuting here soon, and she's going to be sailing from Fort Lauderdale round trip, essentially an Eastern and Western Caribbean itineraries. And again, we do not have spring 2028 transatlantics yet on this. I believe, now this is the last thing we have. The Silhouette for Canada, New England, and Bermuda itineraries. So she's going to be doing a repositioning 8 nights from Fort Lauderdale to Cape Liberty. And then from there, she's going to be sailing a round trip Cape Liberty to Bermuda. And then on June 20th, 2027 is the Greenland and Iceland. They've been doing this for a couple of years now. So really, if you have the time and I have the group space, we can get you into from New Jersey. You could head over to Greenland and Iceland, Reykjavik. Then you do the 7-day intensive Iceland cruise. And then from Iceland, you jump back on the ship, right? And you go from Reykjavik to Boston. That will get you over to Greenland and Iceland. It stops in Canada and back without flying, right? For 3 back-to-backs. So back to back to back. And so you're looking at a 13-night repositioning or transatlantic, New Jersey to Reykjavik, 13 nights, right? And then a 7 nights, and then a 12-night at the end of that. And don't forget, I know that's a long time. Some of you have a lot of time. You like going away for a lot of times. They're internet is really great as well. So you can work. I mean, half the time when I'm on these ships, I am working as well, because people reach out to me all the time or servicing clients and helping them out, no matter what I'm doing. Right? My clients that book with me, I'm available for them as much as I can be. So the internet is fabulous on Celebrity, and you will easily be able to work from sea, which is amazing when you can work and travel at the same time. You don't have to put off those travels. Anyway, that's the Greenland to Iceland um, itineraries on the Silhouette. And then you can see it goes into their Canada, New England from Boston. So you can get there from Boston. And then I believe that is it. This goes into Europe. And I do already have a Europe video. So I will link it down below for you, or it will be in my playlist at the end. Definitely check that out if you are interested in Europe 2027, or any of those spring transatlantics. That's where you can find that information as well. All right, you guys, let's go ahead and wrap this up. Again, I am Stephanie with Sea Day Travel. You can go to my website, seadaytravel.com. I'm very active on Facebook, here on YouTube. And please reach out. I would love to help you plan your cruise, plan your vacations. I am a cruise specialist. Celebrity is my top seller along with Royal Caribbean. So I would love to help you out. Again, I have onboard credit normally to offer. I have better than direct group pricing with those perks. And you guys, those group pricings come with refundable deposits. And those are, I mean, you try to book a refundable deposit, you're paying hundreds more. So anyway, thank you again. All my details will be below. They've also been scrolling by. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, and I will see you in my next video. Thanks so much for watching.